As now, if you disagree with him or you go against, I mean, he took a blue check from Osmongold for saying he got boosted on a video game. That's problematic. This guy's drunk with power. Like, let's just call a spade a spade. We disagree with him on the H-1B visa. Yeah, he exposed the DMs and he took his blue check away. So like, this is problematic because he comes in saying, I believe in free speech. The Don Lemon interview goes viral everywhere. I believe it's the bedrock of democracy. Frames it against the First Amendment. Well, stand on that, dude. Because you can't sit there and say, I'm going to demonetize people, take their subscribers, and take their premium away.
Why does that mean free speech grants you access to someone's labor?
What do you mean? Free speech grants, what do you mean by someone's labor?
So X builds a service.
Yes.
On top of that service are other things you can have.
Yep.
Okay. Why should you get access to the labor of the company?
Because he marketed it that saying it's a free speech app.
So you're saying
I'm holding Elon to his word.
So a business in this country can never sever a relationship with a client.
Well, my thing is, if you're going to market it as a free speech app and then you are going to censor people for the free speech that you promote, that's a problem.
But they're not silencing your free speech. They're taking away a payment processing service.
And they're also taking away your reach because the verification absolutely affects your ability to
Your ability to speak is not advertising for you. Why do you think a network should be forced to do something for you? You want free speech? Go stand on a street corner in downtown Chicago. You can say whatever you want.
Sure.
Why should anyone be forced to amplify your message for your speech?
Well, it's not about being forced. It's about you pay for the service, and then he says it's free speech, and it's not free speech. He lied. So that's why he's getting a lot of issues with this.
We're going to try this again.
Look, if you're going to market as a free speech app, Tim, you have to stand on it.
No, bro, you're misunderstanding. You are not banned, right?
No.
So he marketed a platform for free speech, and you are still allowed to speak.
Yes.
He offered you a premium service that allows you to make money on the platform.
Which directly affects your reach, which affects your ability, your free speech. It does affect your speech because it affects your reach.
No. Your
freedom of speech is contingent upon reach, Tim. That's where me and you disagree.
No, absolutely not. No one has to advertise you and promote you to other people for you to have free speech.
Freedom of reach means
you are only saying that because you are being negatively impacted by a private action of a private company.
That advertises freedom of speech.
They allow you to keep speaking. They've not censored your speech?
They have.
No, they have not.
Yes, they have.
What words of yours have they deleted?
I get posts taken all the time, visibility limited because of for hate speech.
So in the confines of Elon's moral code, what is problematic? What is misaligned with the rules that have always been in place since
That's problematic because he interprets what's hate speech now.
Okay, you're conflating two different things. If we're talking about Elon taking over a company and marketing a service with hate speech rules that we all disagree with, you knew what you were buying when you bought it.
Well, here's the thing. Again, it's selective enforcement.
And it's always supposed and Twitter was and X is.
And it's supposed to be free speech. And that's where the issue lies where, look, if you're going to market this as a free speech app, that means hate speech as well. And then again, like I said before, freedom of speech only matters if you have freedom of reach.
Are you aware that Elon has never unbanned some accounts?
Yes.
So you knew when you bought the service, Elon was selectively enforcing the censorship policies.
It depends. In what regard do you mean? Like,
you say Elon advertised the service that was for free speech, but you knew he was selectively enforcing the rules.
Well, here's the thing: those people were banned before he even came into power,
and he never unbanned them. And he outright said explicitly, "I will not unban some of these people."
And he unbanned them. So he goes back. He unbanned Alex Jones. He unbanned a couple of people. Unbanned Nick Fuentes, etc.
Sure. So, and there's still a lot of accounts that have never been unbanned.
Like, I don't know who they are, but I mean,
they exist.
Like, I mean, look. My argument is simply this. If you're going to come in and say the free speech app and model it after the First Amendment like he did, stand on it. That's all I'm saying. And taking away people's premium and penalizing them for saying hate speech is antithetical to freedom of speech.
So the issue at play right now is...
And we can agree to disagree, Tim. It's fine.
I believe you are arguing you are deserving of a service that a private company is selling because you want to be advertised, and you are arguing First Amendment protections, or at least principles, free speech principles, because you want promotion.
No. I'm arguing free speech principles that they advertise and said that is our app.
Doesn't matter. Free speech never said you get advertising. End of story.
No.
You don't get advertising.
This is where me and you can agree to disagree, and that's fine.
I think that's communism.
I think that's communism. But I think by
the idea that censoring people's a company reach, must give me a service.
That is antithetical. That is antithetical to freedom of speech by limiting someone's reach. It is antithetical because speech has no need if it can't reach people. If I can't reach the marketplace of ideas, what do you like? What's the point?
So when you go out in the middle of the street in Chicago and you start yelling, what reach do you have?
Well, the people there can hear me, right, to a degree. But what I'm saying is that, again, if you're going to market it as a free speech app,
should you be legally allowed to use an amplifier?
Should you be legally what?
Should you be legally allowed to use an amplifier for your speech?
Well, I think if that platform is going to advertise and say we believe in free speech and use the First Amendment, that needs to stand by it. That's my thing.
In public, should you?
I'm simply just holding Elon to his word. That's all I'm doing.
But
it's been problematic.
I think you're personally aggrieved and you want something from a private company.
I mean, it's not me even having a personal issue with it. Like, I don't care because like Twitter isn't my main thing. But what I'm saying is that it's extremely hypocritical to say this is a free speech app, model after the First Amendment, and then go back on that and then take people's checks away for disagreeing with you on H-1B visas.
We don't disagree.
That's what he did.
We don't disagree on selective enforcement.
Yep.
Where we disagree is that you think he should be promoting you.
No, I think he should be allowing everyone to have a fair seat at the table and have their voice heard. Everybody.
How have you lost reach?
When you lose verification, your ability to be seen drops off precipitously. This is a fact.
So there's a paid
he's
service.
even said this with premium.
There's a paid service. So you believe that your words should be presented in a feed for other people algorithmically to discover.
No, I think the best ideas should be able to be discovered and let the people decide, but it's not even reaching is my point.
So can people still follow you?
But if you're shadow banned or you're
they can go to your account and they can see what you're posting, right?
Yeah, but you're shadow banned. You can't discover it. It doesn't come up on the feed.
Not having premium doesn't shadow ban you.
It absolutely limits your ability. Yeah, it deprioritizes you, which is shadow banning, and it hurts your ability to be seen. Which is
shadow banning is when you are removed from the space entirely without your knowledge.
Yeah, well, here's
That's
the
why
thing.
It's ban.
Yeah. But here's again, it's harder for people to find you. Your tweets don't post up on the news feed as usual. They're for you. So that is all censorship. That is all censorship, Tim. I mean, you might disagree with me, but that is all a form of censorship.
And
I'm against all censorship.
There's an argument. I mean, well, I'll throw it to you guys because we can take it away from us.
Sure.
Do you guys believe that
we could agree to disagree, Tim? It's fine. But yeah.
Lectern guy, Adam. Should platforms be required to offer you some degree of promotion in your content?
I think if you pay for it, I think you enter a contract, right? I'm paying for services. You should provide services. At any point, I can end that contract. It's Elon's house, right? If I invited you to my house and come hang out, say what you want, and you're being rude to my guests or whatever, I'm gonna ask you to leave. At the end of the day, it's my house. You have free speech. You can say what you want, but there are gonna be consequences sometimes for saying the things you say. So, is it completely free speech? I don't think so. I think you can be deplatformed. I think you can be demonetized. These things happen, but it's still more free than anywhere else, and it is his house.